Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Younger women hate when older guys do this at Unattractive Habits. Did you know that over 70% of younger women say they find older men attractive, but only if those men embody the right traits? Source Psychology Today. But here's the thing, certain behaviors can instantly kill that attraction, making you seem desperate, outdated, or just plain undesirable. You don't want that. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what not to do. If you're interested in a younger woman, and here's the best part, stick around until the end because I've got a bonus point that most men completely overlook, but it's one of the most powerful ways to maintain her interest. Let's dive in. Welcome to Emma, your go-to channel for real relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships, soon idolizing her look. Noom ESP. A younger one wants to feel like she's your personal goddess. It might seem like the right move to shower her with endless compliments, put her on a pedestal, and make her the center of your universe. But here's the truth. When you do that, you lower your own value in her eyes. Women are naturally drawn to men who have self-respect, purpose, and confidence. If you make her feel like she's the prize you're chasing, you'll start to wonder why you don't see yourself as the prize too. Think about it. If a guy is constantly saying you're so out of my league or I don't deserve you, he's sending one clear message: he doesn't believe in his own worth. And when you don't believe in yourself, why should she? Instead of making her feel flattered, it makes her think, well, maybe he's right, a woman wants a partner, not a fan conf. Wants, not worship, is what makes a man attractive. She should admire you just as much as you admire her. So instead of putting her on a pedestal, treat her as an equal, be grounded, self-assured, and comfortable in your own skin. That's what makes you magnetic too. Being overly controlling or possessive insecurity disguised as protectiveness is one of the fastest ways to make a younger woman lose interest. If you feel the need to constantly check her phone, ask where she is, or control who she talks to, you're not being protective. You're being insecure, and nothing kills attraction faster than a man who lacks confidence in himself and the relationship. Here's a scenario you might have seen before. For a guy texts his girlfriend every hour asking, "Where are you? Who are you with? Why didn't you text me back immediately?" It doesn't come off as caring. It comes off as controlling and needy. And when a woman starts feeling like she's being monitored, she'll start looking for a way out. Women want to be with men who are secure in themselves, men who trust them enough to give them space. When you're confident in what you bring to the table, you don't feel the need to keep tabs on her every move. If she's into you, she'll choose to be with you. And that's what you want, a woman who's with you because she genuinely desires to be, not because she feels tray. Real confidence comes from knowing you're enough and letting her have the freedom to be herself. The more independence you give, the more she'll respect you, and the stronger the attraction will be through messing up the age question. Nothing kills the mood faster than making age a big deal. Whether you're bragging about it or feeling insecure, some men feel the need to constantly remind her of the age gap, almost as if they're trying to justify why she's with them. Others get defensive when the topic comes up, turning what should be light-hearted banter into an awkward situation. Let's say she jokingly says, "Wow, you're old enough to remember CDs." If you respond with, "Yeah, well, I can also remember a time when women had respect," you just turned a fun moment into something weird now. Instead of enjoying the conversation, she's second-guessing whether dating you was a mistake. The fix zone: your age, don't bring it up. Unless she does, and when she does, treat it casually. Confidence isn't in apologizing for being older or trying to prove that it doesn't matter. It's in being comfortable with who you are. Your age isn't the selling point. Your personality, confidence, and how you make her feel. Those are. If you act like the age gap is a non-issue, chances are she will too, for leading with money. If the first thing she knows about you is your bank account, don't be surprised if that's all she's interested in. There's nothing wrong with being financially successful. In fact, women appreciate stability and ambition. But when you use money as a personality trait, it becomes a problem picture. A guy sits across from a woman on a first date and says, "I'll take you to the most expensive restaurant in town." He thinks he's impressing her, but all she hears is, "I want you to like me. Because I have money." That's not attracted, that's transactional. A woman doesn't want to feel like you're buying her attention. She wants to be drawn to who you are as a person. And here's something to consider. If you attract a woman with money, you'll need to keep spending to keep her interested. Instead, let your character and confidence do the heavy lifting. Show her that you have an interesting life passions and a strong sense of self. If she genuinely likes you, the money will be a bonus, not the main event. And if she only cares about your wealth, then she's not the kind of woman you want anyway. Before we proceed, if you find value in this video, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us grow and makes you an integral part of our journey, and we deeply appreciate your contribution. Now let's return to our discussion. Positioning yourself as a mentor. You might have more life experience, but that doesn't mean she wants a lecture every time you speak. One of the fastest ways to kill attraction is by talking down to her or constantly slipping into teacher mode. Women want a partner, not a professor. If every conversation feels like a life lesson, she'll start feeling like she's dating her dad instead of a man she's excited about. Think about it. If you say something like, "Back in my day, we didn't need social media to talk to women," you might think you're making a good point, but to her, you sound like a grandpa complaining about the internet. The truth is, your experiences can be valuable when they're shared naturally. If she's interested in your wisdom, she'll ask for it. But if every discussion turns into a TED Talk about how the world used to be, she'll tune you out. The best approach: be engaging, not preachy. Share your EXP experiences in a way that's fun and relatable. Let her discover your wisdom through the way you live your life, not through lecture. She didn't sign up for Six trying too hard to fit in with younger crowds. There's nothing more cringeworthy than an older guy desperately trying to be cool in a way that doesn't match who he is, trying to fit into Junie culture when it doesn't come naturally. Makes you look out of touch, not younger. If you're using slang that feels forced, dressing like a teenager, or acting like you belong at a college party, you're in insecurity, not relevance picture. Imagine a 40-year-old man saying, "No capote, bro," or trying to keep up with TikTok trends. He doesn't actually understand. He thinks he's blending in, but in reality, she's embarrassed for him. Women are drawn to confidence and authenticity. That doesn't mean you have to act older. It just means you shouldn't be pretending to be someone you're not. A well-dressed self assured man who is comfortable in his own skin is far more attractive than a guy forcing himself into a younger crowd just to feel relevant instead of trying to be part of her world. Invite her into yours. Be the guy she can learn from, not the guy who's awkwardly chasing youth. Confidence in who you are today is what truly makes you stand out. Overloading the conversation with your achievements. Your success should speak for itself, not be the only thing you talk about. Women respect accomplishment, but there's a difference between being successful and constantly announcing it. If every conversation turns into a highlight reel of your career, wealth, and connections, it starts to sound like you're overcompensating for something. Think about it. Imagine a guy who says, "You know, I drive a Porsche, run 3 companies, and once had dinner with the CEO." He might think he's impressing her, but in reality he just sounds insecure. Instead of drawing her in, he's making her wonder why he feels the need to prove himself so much. The real power move: let your actions and lifestyles speak for themselves. If you're successful, she'll pick up on it naturally. By the way, you carry yourself, the places you go, and the things you do. You don't have to say, "I make 6 figures." She'll figure it out when she sees how you live. Confidence is about knowing your worth without needing validation. The less you try to prove you're a big deal, the bigger deal you actually become in her eyes. 8. Neglecting your physical presence. A well-groomed, stylish older guy is attractive. A guy who lets himself go isn't your appearance, is a direct reflection of how much you respect yourself. If you neglect your fitness, grooming, or sense of style, you sending a clear message you've stopped trying. And if you've stopped trying, why should be interested? Let's compare two men. One stays active, wears clothes that fit and complement his body, and carries himself with confidence. The other hasn't updated his wardrobe in a decade, doesn't exercise, and has a posture that screams, "I don't care anymore." Who do you think women prefer? The point isn't to look young. It's to look like the best version of yourself. You don't need to chase trends or try to dress like a 25-year-old, but putting effort into your grooming. Staying fit and wearing well-fitted clothes makes a huge difference. Attraction isn't just about looks, it's about energy. A man who takes care of himself radiates confidence and vitality, and trust me, that's way more attractive than anything else. Bonus. Point ignoring emotional maturity. And here's a bonus, just for those of you who stuck around till the end. Younger women may be drawn to older men because they expect emote stability. But if you lack it, the attraction disappears instantly. If you're throwing tantrums, getting jealous over small things, or shutting down emotionally, you're pushing her away without even realizing it. A woman might tolerate immaturity from a younger guy who's still figuring life out. But from an older man, it's an instant red flag bag. Think about it. No. Woman wants to date a man who sucks like a teenager when he doesn't get his way. If you get defensive over harmless comments, explode in frustration over minor inconveniences, or give her the silent treatment when something bothers you, she'll see you as emotionally unstable, not attractive. The fix: emotional regular. Learn to stay calm, communicate clearly, and handle challenges like an adult. A man who knows how to manage his emotions, lead with confidence, and create a safe, secure space in a relationship is incredibly attractive. At the end of the day, being emotionally mature is one of the most powerful things you can offer. And trust me, she'll notice if you made it this far. Drop a comment saying confidence is key. So we know you're part of the real community now. Before you go, hit that like button. It helps this video reach more people who need to hear this. Subscribe for daily content just like this, and share it with someone who could use the advice. We've also got another video on your screen right now. Watch that next, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.